Kumusta ka Sugbo and welcome. Kadto inyo nakita kaganina maotoy facade sa Cebu City Hall ug ang usa sa mga heritage sites dinhi sa dakbayan sa Sugbo. Karong hapuna doon natay espesyal kayong bisita. And in the coming days, he will be having his own program here dinhi sa Sugboanon channel. Unsa bay atong mapaabot ug duna bay mga kausaban nga angay paabuton ang dakbayan sa Sugbo kauban nining atong bisita karon. Sa dili pa nato siya ikauban ato sa ning tanaw.
I will order for the immediate suspension procurement activities for palaro pambansa lang.
It should be our policy as a city government to reward excellence. If we cannot reward excellence, we should at least acknowledge excellence. Because we always have to give credit where credit is due. Ipadayon ang inyong mga maayong mga binuhatan. Make Cebu proud. Make your government proud. Make your acting mayor proud. Make your elected mayor proud. Make your sangguniang panglungsod proud of what you will accomplish in this coming week.
So ako, I am still very optimistic na mahuman na yun o ang land yun mahuman. So now I'm directing the city administrator within 3 days, by Wednesday, to give me already all documents relating to the permits of excavation permits of all the contractors of 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝐷 doing excavation in the city of Cebu. And to give it to me within 3 days. And then if everything is in order, I will sign them.
I only have one marching order under my watch. We need to increase police visibility.
And so, I am therefore calling upon everyone, department heads, assistant department heads, section heads, heads of offices, all employees of city government to join hands and work together for a smooth transition so that things can quickly get back to normal.
Mga kasugbo, kay buwan na mong kinsay atong bisita karong hapuna. Without further ado, Cebu City Acting Mayor Raymond Alvin Garcia. Sir, mayong hapon.
Mayong hapon, Ma'am Vilma, ug mayong hapon sa atong mga suking tigpaminaw.
May kubutan ng Ma'am Vilma. Without sir, welcome din sa Sugboanon channel.
It's about time.
Yes.
Iba ko nga dugay na kay suway ta og schedule pero di gid mag-abot ang atong schedule. Pero karon we really have naka-tagbo na gyud atong schedule and we really found time.
But eventually, you will be having your own program.
That's correct. Yeah.
Sir, kumusta?
Ang term tingali ani no is overwhelmed.
Okay.
Sa responsibilidad ug sa trabaho labi nag mga daghan kaayo og buhatonon pa and daghan sa kay pirmahonon pa. So muna atong gi-focus karon. I mean, the first thing that I did paglingkod nako is to make sure nga everything in City Hall smooth gihapon ang pagpadagan sa atong mga transactions didto. And at the same time, the first thing also I did kay na-suspend man akong city administrator was to replace immediately. Kunyang importante pod ang city assessor's office which ako sang na-replace na dayon. So, diyang duwang dapita, murag na hapsay-hapsay na on the first week, but there's still a lot of things to be done.
So, I mean, ang first week, although overwhelming, pero you're starting to adjust already.
So, I set down unsay mga palisiyan ako. I was saying bitaw before nga, of course, kaning mga programs ni Mayor Mike, ato maning mapadayon, mga proyekto, ato maning mapadayon, pero ang ako lang kalahian karon sa akong mga policies. And what are these policies? Number one policy, nga akong giyong giusab is the policies of flag raising.
Okay.
Because ako gatuo nga, the faster it ends, the better. Kay para ang atong mga kaigsunan, mga empleyado, makatrabaho dayon.
Yeah.
No? Unya, makatransact na dayon because I had some experiences in the past nga makakuha kog text, no, kay naman tay mga for example senior citizens nga wa makakuha sa ilang mga financial assistance. Alas 8 buntag sa Lunes mga linya na sila.
Kay maghuwat.
Kay maghuwat, no, and then all of a sudden they are just told paghuwat lang usa kay nag-flag racing pa. So muna ang gusto ko, the fastest and the quickest way nga mahuman atong flag racing ato yun nang buhaton. So that's one of policies nga akong gi-install. And number 2 is a policy more on diplomacy in dealing with other government institutions, other agencies of government. So muna ang duha sa first week na akong gibutang, because I want a workforce that is more responsive to the needs of people, more effective and more efficient.
Sir, how's the adjustment from being the vice mayor to being an acting mayor in terms of the workload?
Dako kaayo, no, times 10 tingali. But it's nothing new.
Okay.
Kay
Yes.
hinumdum ka si Mayor Mike was on leave, the longest was about a month. Pero karon murag kung 6 months na murag taas-taas na nagyud kay input nga mga ginagmayng changes which I feel should be done, no. So katulang duha ka policies, I think I can already institute tingali pagsugod, pero eventually hopefully matuloy-tuloy na ang akong mga i-institute nga mga changes.
You were saying within the first 30 days, murag adjustment period nimo as well as the other departments sa Cebu City Hall. So, after 30 days, what to expect?
I am not going to rock the boat.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that is clear, and I have made that clear already in many of my interviews as well as in front of the City Hall employees, no. Kay ang akong gusto gid continuity.
Yeah.
Kay kung murak gay tas boat usahay mo sakripisyo ang panerbisyo. So muna nga, I am not going to rock the boat, but there are some changes, especially in key positions under the office of the mayor. No? Of course, your secretary to the mayor has to be someone trusted and someone who I have worked with. Your city administrator, also the same. Your chief of staff, also the same. And kaning mga major
mga trusted positions.
Yes, trusted positions. And I will be open to you. Kaning city attorney is a very much trusted position. Of course, those that are under local finance, no? Treasurer, budget, and as well as accountant. These are also very crucial, no, sa pagpadagan sa gobyerno. So these are the things that I will consider changing, but it's really not that immediate. Maybe ginagmay lang, no? Gradual change. So dapat lang ang atong mga department heads should also follow my direction, no? And also the other heads of offices, kay kung ang akong direction mauni ug di ninyo sundon, di man na ma-carry out ang atong plano. So ug dili kay sila mo sunod pud sa atong direction, ato sad silang i-replace, no? In the event lang.
Yes. Pero sir, have you this early na ba kay nakita nga which need to be improved dinha in the system and whatever activities ka within the city government that you see the need to improve?
Grabe lang yung tingali kaayo ang bureaucracy.
Okay.
And that is something which I want nga mapaspasan, no, nga everything is centralized yun sa city admin and city mayor's office before makalihok tanan. So grabe ang bureaucracy. So maybe what I can do is to make sure nga inigaabutan sa opisina sa mayor ma-actionan dayon. No, kay naay mga pending request ug unsa pa na diha nga pila na kabuwan wa pa action ni. So muna yung mga backlog nga ako panggipang workout karon. It's a good thing lang nga I'm getting very positive feedback coming from the city assessor's office nga I'm getting text from a friend nga muingon lang nako nga ang akong gipangayo duha ra ka clearance sa akong yuta. Unya 5 ka buwan wa action ni.
Wa gyapon.
Pero pag abot nimo Mayor Raymond, in 2 days, nigawas ang iyang clearance. So, things like that ba? Nindot kaayo paminawon bitaw. So, I want to speed up things in City Hall and make sure nga maserbisyo gyud ang ato mga kaigsunan.
Okay. After 2 weeks, come June 12, Independence Day, and then SOCA, State of the City Address. So what could we expect from Acting Mayor Raymond Garcia for the state of the city?
The state of the city usually is 1 year period ba yan na?
Yes.
No, niya, ako tingali mo ragwa kaabot ana no. Less than 2 months tingali unsa man na June 30. So yeah, it's much less. So maybe more of some of the achievements will be mine, but also a lot of the achievements will be kang Mayor Mike pa. So it will be a mixture of both.
And besides, you're in Kuanman, I mean, you're with a party mates and you've been there sa mga
exactly,
mga initiatives nga gihimo sa you're part and parcel of the administration.
Correct. So yeah, it's a collective.
Yes.
It's a collective, should I say, accomplishment.
Sir, arita sa issue karon sa Palarong Pamadsa because you ordered for a review sa mga kontrata, especially sa mga biddings. What prompted you, sir, to have...
I've been getting a lot of messages and calls from well-meaning individuals and friends nga regarding lagi the prices, anatanan, and then also katukang Jason Monteclar, gipasendan sad ko nila, so I was able to look at it. Unya, that's why I decided na this is my responsibility. I am accountable for this.
Yes.
At the end of the day, ako ra ba magpirma sa pagbayad ani nilang tanan. No?
Mapaninglan ka.
Mapaninglan ko. So in kaso na ni mga bulyaso right and left, it is on my shoulders. So I said I have to review it first. Ug akong gitanaw. Now, maayo man kayo kay may man kayo pagka-explain right away ni Councilor Dondon Ontiveros, who is now the acting vice mayor, together with DepEd, who visited me in the office yesterday, and they were able to explain many of the purchases that are going to be made or have already been made. And mas maayo sa masabtan sa tao nga unsay ilang mabasa diha sa pamantalaan baron or sa ilang makita sa Facebook or social media. Like for example, katong document was merely a budget. No, so maximum na to siya. So it might go lower. You'll never go higher. It will definitely go lower. So for example, katong giingon ni Vice Mayor Dondon nga portalets.
Yeah, portalets
at
o
21 million. Now it's only down to 18.
Okay.
Na kung imong tan-awon gyud kay ilang mo yung gi-compute. How many portalets, how many days gamiton ug unsa ang service. No, and they were able to really explain it satisfactorily. And I told them nga, sige, you also explain it to the council kay para mahibaw ang tanan, no. Isod gayo nga ako ray mahibaw unsay nahitabo. The council also has to find out and has to know.
So you were satisfied with the explanation?
Yes, very much satisfied.
Pero katong need, sir, of another budget nga mo sum up to 500 million.
Dili naman tingali.
Dili na, no need na.
There's no need anymore.
Okay.
So it's like another thing also, it's also a matter of prioritizing. No, kay for example, there is a budget on LED large screens, no? So maybe instead of buying 3, we can just buy 1. Instead of it's 147 million pesos, no?
Yeah.
So maybe instead of that, we can reduce it to less than that, no? So it's really also a matter of prioritizing and knowing what resources we have and what is really essential to make the Palaro a success.
So the city could work on the 200 million budget.
Yes,
no
yes.
more additional.
We are working now on the 200 million budget. So I don't know kay the Palaro is 200 million, but you can also get budgets from other departments.
Yeah.
So more or less naagi na sa mga 200 to 300 million, I think.
How about, sir, sa truck oval, sa rubberized truck oval?
That was the first concern kay ang ako ang mga heads, no, sa Abiliana, and at the same time kanang nakasuroy na ditong dapita, we're very concerned kay hangtod as of the time nga nibisita ko.
That was when? Last week?
Monday.
This Monday?
Yeah,
Okay.
wa pa sila kita og not a single rubber.
Oh.
But of course, it was already paved,
Okay.
it was already asphalted, pero wa pa'y rubber. And then we know mo gud nga kaning kinahanglan mo gid na curing period.
Yeah.
So I immediately called on the contractor, ni tungha dayon siya sa akong opisina. Ningon siya nga by Friday this week,
So,
They will already start with
Wednesday. So,
putting the rubber. And then ko mo bisita ko the following week so that we can check on your progress. So ingon ko nga, is it true that kinahanglan ka og 30 days for curing? So dili. Sa pagbutang lang sa rubber will take about 20 days and then the curing will take about 7 days. So more or less 30 days ibutang ka with allowance. Mahuman na. And we have how many more days na lang to palaro? Mga 40...
over a month.
40 plus days na lang. Kay July 9 man na yung opening.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
think,
very confident. I'm very confident na mahuman ko na ito.
we have enough time siguro and magamit pa na later sa mga athletes siguro nga mag-practice, especially katong sayog abot nga maka-practice na sila din na sa oval.
Yeah. So confident ko sa oval, I don't think it is a problem.
Okay. So klaro na hanay na din sa palaro. Mas nindot na kining Mayor kay daghan ang mag-anticipate kamo ng 30 years after una pa na makabalik diri sa dakbayan sa Sugbo ang palarong pambansa. And we are expecting a lot of visitors aside from the athletes. Ang uban pa din ang influx sa mga bisita which will surely be a boost, especially to the economy of Cebu City, and not just Cebu City but the neighboring LGUs as well, di ba? Na naagid siguro mamisik na, mo trickle down na nga to sa uban ng LGUs.
Meeting with the governor. Si Governor Gwen, who very much wanted to help out sa palaro because she feels that it is not only Cebu City that will be talked about, no?
Yeah.
When you say Cebu, it includes the province, it includes the city. So she also wanted to help out even financially. So mutos amo ang meeting with the governor, with the two mayors from the Tri-Cities, from the two cities. Ang amo yung focus o among istorya was really sports tourism. Kay kuan man kaning 12,000 athletes plus their families. It's not nga they are here for the entire 10 days just for their event, dili man.
More than
pagani. But ang ilang event is only 2 days, 3 days, yung mahuman na dayon, di ba? So what are they going to do in the remainder of the days? So you expect all of these athletes and their families to go whale watching in Oslo, to go to Mactan, to go to the beach, di ba? So muna nga sports tourism, yun magtinabangay ta. So nihangyo ko nila nga kung pwede nga muhatag sila og discount package.
Okay.
For palaro athletes and their families.
Nice special package.
Okay. Kaya para mainganyo yun sila sad to visit not only the city but the entire province. They can even go to Bantayan, Camotes, whatever it is. We have so much to offer here, not only the city but the entire province. So mutoy among main focus yun was really sports tourism.
Okay. Pero dire sa Cebu City, sir, unsa may pinaka-come on for sports tourism?
Kita dire sa Cebu City, of course, we have all of these nice facilities, no? But when you talk of tourism sa Cebu, heritage yun.
Yeah.
No? Mura mo gini ato ma-offer. Nagsige bitaw ko balik-balik yun na nga mo man tay ma-offer nga white sand beach dire Cebu City. Di ba? Wa man yun, naman yun sa Mactan na sa Lapu-Lapu, nas Bantayan. But what we have is our history, our culture. Magellan's Cross, Basilica del Santo Niño, Colon Street, the oldest street. So mo nang makita yun sa atong pod ng mga bisita dire.
Okay. Sir, on the other hand, let's talk about pedestrianization sa Colon. Si Mayor Mike Rama was pushing and insistent somehow nga kada ba we could have a pedestrianized area somewhere diri within the urban areas or the pinaka center sa syudad. Unsa imong take ani, sir?
I support it 100%. Gani dugay na kami nagstorya sa ni Mayor Mike ana about pedestrianization, and this perfect that it is in Colon. Ano man, Colon is the oldest street ba?
Yes.
Not only in Cebu, in the Philippines.
In the entire country.
In the entire country, Colon is the oldest street. So, what better place to put our pedestrianization? So, ako, I support that. Ako lang silang ipatawag kung unsa na specifics ana, o unsa na detalye ana, o asa na sila dapita. Kay honestly, after the meeting with the mayor and then their plans, as vice mayor at the time, wa ko kaybaw unsay detalye. So karon nga acting mayor na mangutan nako, unya ayaw gaguol ipadayon gid na to.
Pwede ka ni ma-realize within?
Yeah, I think so. Pwede gid ni ma-realize, no? Within the 6 months you're saying? Yes, definitely. Ato ning
So unsa kay posible nga scheme ani sir? All throughout or na like certain number of hours?
You know, when you go to other countries in the world, not necessarily Europe, no? Bisag Asia. Ang ilag yung number 1 tourist attraction is not necessarily the palaces or the churches. It's the market.
No, yeah.
It's part of the itinerary, the market. Kanya kasagaran na ba nilang gusto? Night market. Labi na og init ang kuano. So, I think this is one of the things that Mayor Mike wants to do nga. Ang Colon will be converted tingali into similar to a night market. But it has to be clean, it has to be secure. So, yes. Mga importante. So, we are looking at that. Unya, in most countries also, it's not from morning to morning. They open the road sa buntag, hapon, unya, inikabot sa medyo padong na manaog ang init, diya pa nila i-open, diya pa sila mag-set up. No? So we can look at that, something similar nga ingonana, na para di sad mabalda ang mga negosyo dito, dapita.
Okay. Si Architect Yumi was saying nga pwede ni siya nga malink ngadto sa port component sa Cebu Bus Rapid Transit nga dinha sa Esquina P. del Rosario hangtod sa Plaza Independencia. So kani siya sir unsa imong tan-aw ani?
That's a very good plan. Kay gusto man ta nga daghan sad musakay sa BRT. So gusto sad ta nga kung daghan mo sakay sa BRT, kinahanglan ang atong mga DAN, pedestrianized roads, will be very accessible to the people from the port going to the BRT stations. So I think that is really the purpose of kaning ilang giingon nga ato ni silang iminyo ning duha, no? For that purpose. So you hit 2 birds with 1 stone. One is an access from the port area all the way to the BRT stations, which makes it easier for the pedestrians and the travelers. And 2, you can promote your heritage district.
Yes.
Remember that ako may nag-author sa ordinance creating the Cebu City Heritage District na yung mga roads diha, ang mga boundaries, and this is the old downtown, which is already now a heritage district. Proclaimed by law through an ordinance.
Yes.
So these are the things nga maayo kaayo nga mga programa nga ato gining ipadayon.
Di ikalalis gyud ang kanabang ka dato sa dakbayan sa Subo in terms of heritage. Nga kinahanglan gyud na ma-instill especially dinha sa bag-ong henerasyon.
Tinod.
Kaya ubang ang bag-ong generation ra ba karon kay murag nana more on TikTok at
cellphone na tanan. Hasta akong anak, no. Unya mangutana ka nga asa magagapuyo? Puyo ko sigurordo abinyo. Kinsa man sigurordo? Uy, wa kahibaw.
Correct.
Di ba? So mao na siya ba nga sometimes our children, because of what they have to read and what they have to study, they know Philippine history, but they don't know Cebuano history, which is a very important component to know your past and to know where you came from, and that is self-identity.
Yes.
Di ba? So muna nga ato ginang i-push.
Kaya di ka kasabot sa imuhang kaugalingon, kundi pud ka kasabot sa imuhang kagahapon.
Correct.
Kuyawan
mo ko ng kagahapon na term mo
Mayor Raymond, arit na sa BRT, sir. Unsa na yung latest, sir? Are you briefed on the design sa BRT, especially kanang dinha sa Kapitolyo?
Wala pa yun. No, I was not briefed og unsay plano nila, but what I know is that our sentiments together with Governor Gwen napadangat na dito sa DOTR.
And napaminaw.
Napaminaw. So maghuwat na lang. Because I am okay with a station there for as long as it is going to be subdued. Dili kaayo ka nang elaborate. No, kay mao lagi na nga makatabon man gud na sa Capitol, which is also a heritage site, no. So muna nga my prime example always is the Luneta Park. The Jose Rizal
The
statue,
photo bomber?
the photo bomber.
Oh.
Unya, that has been decided by the Supreme Court. No less than the Supreme Court called it a violation of our heritage laws. If that can be a photo bomber violating heritage laws, what about kani nga klarom sa gaayo nga nagtabon yun sa atong Capitol. And in that area, Capitol na atong heritage diha.
Yes, yes.
Diri wa naman padong Escarrio wa naman na. Padong na dito lahog wa na sad, no?
Bitaw.
At padong diri Guadalupe Banawa wa naman ang area diha. No, it's really only just Capitol nga ato pag yung tabunan. No, it has seen a lot of historical events. How
Yeah.
many presidents went there? How many governors, etc., etc., etc. So, muna nga passionate kay ko ana, no. Gawas nga chairman ko sa Culture and Historical
Yes.
Affairs Commission.
Bitaw. Pero sir, ang katong initial projection that by June makasugod na initially ang operational
Sa
ang
package 1.
Yeah.
They did not give me any report yet on that matter. So gahuwat lang sad ko. Actually naghuwat lang sad ko sa ilang pagbalik na nako. Pero number 1 nga gusto na kong ipaminaw nila or gusto na kong gustong mahibaw kana gyud ng station. Unsaon
Yes.
magina nila kay ila man giundang karon. So ila ba nang ipadayon pero ilang isubdue, ilang ipa more simple na lang ang bus station or they will have another route, no? Kay di magina mada. Di para nako it's non-negotiable, and kami ni Governor and even Mayor Mike, we have the same stand on that station.
But will you ask or maghuwat lang ka as to when they could...
I am already going to write a letter
Okay.
on an update. Ganina nag-meeting mi sa what you call the BRT project management office, nga composed of an engineer, a lawyer, and somebody from planning. I already instructed them to make the letter, to draft the letter for me to sign and then ipada sa Manila on the update. Nako lang gi-suggest nga you call the governor also because she might want to co-sign the letter with me because it's also of interest of the Cebu provincial capital.
Yes,
So that we're going to that direction.
Okay. Arita sir sa carbon redevelopment and the Cebu Ports Authority. So what's the latest sa carbon redevelopment?
I am karon murag if I'm not mistaken nagkuan si Councilor Joel because during our caucus ingon siya nga mag-privilege speech siya about the carbon redevelopment, no, and the relationship with the Cebu Ports Authority. He told me that he will give authority to the mayor, the acting mayor, to look at possibilities of a compromise or memorandum of agreement to that effect, no. And para nako may isa na nga step because ang ato mong lalisan sa Cebu Ports Authority kani magong yuta nga i-occupy ownership, no. Gilalisan nato ownership of 3 very important properties. One is the Maritima, which is a 1910 building. And then ang kaning ilang ingon nga Puso Village, which will be converted into, like a hawker kat pare atong kuan. And what they call the aksyon na nga which pwede na to i-parking.
Okay.
Kuwang ba yung parking, di ba? So these are the 3 properties nga atong gilalisan as to ownership. So if we can only come up with a compromise nga ang ownership din nato istoryahon.
Yeah.
Ibili na sa korte. Di ba? Ibili na sa korte sila na decide. Pero why don't we jointly develop these properties?
Yeah.
Di ba? Kung imong ma-develop kung imong iabli ang Puso Village, for example, can you imagine how much employment we can generate?
Yes.
How many small businesses? Himo barbecue, sa paligya og mga delicacies nga makabenepisyo sad, no? And then
Bahis kita. Bahis gidan siya.
Pwede, di ba? Unya kaning diri sa Maritima, heritage man ni. Can you imagine kung imo nang panindot, limpyuhan, butangan imong coffee shops overlooking the bridge, magkapi-kapi ka pag kanindot, no? So ato man guning pwedeng ma-maximize kung mag-istorya lang ta, kung magkasinabtanay lang ta. And then of course, ang parking area. Can you imagine ang City Hall? Very easy to locate City Hall but very difficult to park.
Yeah.
Di ba? And it's not only difficult for the employees but for our people nga na mga transaction clients, di ba? So this is one thing also nga pwede nato magamit ba. So ngano di man ta mulingkod og istorya.
Yes.
No, and I'm sure with my approach now of more diplomacy, I think I can really make a difference.
But have you tried or initiated the...
I have been talking already to mag-abot man gud ni GM Kit, komendador, no, kanang mga activities ana tanan lamano mi, we talk. Sayon kayo siya kasabot, sayon kayo siya ka istorya. Pero maingon gyud nako nga I will of course inform the board, no, because I cannot act on him. So, kung ako I cannot also, I need the city council. But at least ba ang pagkita o pagstorya na.
Yes.
So naka first base na ta.
Yes.
So I'm very hopeful na we can operate that within maybe 2 to 3 months.
Okay. No, that's a good development.
Good.
Sir, how about kadtong supposed nga katukuran sa bag-ong merkado dinha sa carbon?
As a debita, magpadayon man na ang whatever is among kasabutan, because we have entered a joint venture agreement with 𝗏𝗏𝗧. So unsay nas plano, ipadayon gyud na tanan.
Okay. And arita sa kaning kuan ko no, construction, ongoing construction sa pier.
Okay, that is something where wala pa namo na istorya.
Okay.
But again, I have already raised my concerns about that. Nga one of my concerns really was bisan pag naa na siya sa dagat, makuihuan magugunga ang structure musaka. Nya matabo na sad ang atong Malacañang sa Sugbo, which is now the museum. Nya matabo sad ang Maritima if it's a structure na taas. No, so sagdi lang kay after getting in touch with GM Kit, what I will do is I will ask him to present to me and to the council unsa mo ginang structure inyong ibutang diha, 10-story building ba na o pang-dock ra na sa barko. Okay, in that sense, pag dock ra sa barko, I don't think it will really do much damage to the historical sites here.
Yes, bitaw mas nindot na kay nindot na siya mayor nga kanang maklaro.
So, sadi lang maabot ra gyud ana.
Kay rather than ka mo reklamo nga saan maning
mao gyud. Okay. Pareha ra gud sa bus station mga may kay pagapresentar inig actual nitabon man di ay, di ba? So,
yes. Nanatay mga basihanan nga kinahanglang dili mausab.
Yes. Mao gyud na.
Okay, sa issue sir sa MCWD and LUA, how could we possibly come up with man ka nindot nga solusyon?
I have already talked to the GM. No?
Okay.
And I have always told him that my priority is providing water to our constituents here in the city. So ako siyang giingnan nga mo istorya ko sa mga tao nga naay control over MCWD, nga tuhuan sa mga empleyado, because that's the only way you can make it effective, diba? Not necessarily recognizing, but I need to talk to those who can make a difference and who has command in MCWD. Ug sa pagkakaron mo man as GM Donoso.
Okay.
Di ba? So I have to talk to him and I have to insist that kinahanglan nga ma-provide og tubig ang mga tao. So mo na nga ang iyang giingon ako nga naay mga permits ko nga nag-ung-ung sa City Hall as far as 2023 pa kuno wa pa action eh.
Okay.
So
katong mga digging.
Digging. Okay. Pipe laying man guna because either naguba ang pipes tungod sa karaan or there are new communities that need the pipes.
Yes.
Di ba? So, mao na nga, I already instructed the city administrator within this week. I gave her 3 days, but within this week to gather all of those permits pending. Make sure all of them have complete documentation and complete requirements. And then, tingali by next week, I can already...
Natay update.
By next week na nagitay update.
Okay.
So, hopefully, mapirmahan na to niya para makasugod na sila. Wala na paglangay.
Sir, ari taning issue sa parking ba? Kay na ay kaning sa Tokugawa, na ay mga observations and some other media people nakamatikod nga, di ba, under the ordinance, supposedly walay collection of parking fees on weekends, di ba? Murag, unsa man Saturday and Sunday.
So anyway, I think that's a that issue has already been settled.
Okay.
I already told CCTO or RMA nga to suspend the collection on Sunday.
Okay.
So I think that already been issued. Pending again my review. Kay bago pa magyud kay ko wapay
Yes, yes.
wapay 2 weeks. So I want to see.
But in the event, Mayor, kung makita kay murag dugay na ni nga na kuan ba, na murag na practice sa Tokugawa, will there be a possibility nga kuan sa dakbayan ang iyang kontrata?
That is a joint venture manggod no with the city of Cebu.
Okay.
So partners had me ana. Because
okay.
we have a certain percentage of the revenue collected. So yes, if the procedure is kanang kay joint venture agreement man siya, balik siya sa joint venture selection committee to make their recommendations, and then it goes to the council for authority of the mayor to sign the joint venture amendments. No, so usual procedure na siya.
Okay. Sir, arita sa garbage kay si Konsehal Philip Zafra sa amo ang interview sa diri sa Sugboanon channel. Iyan ni giraise nga kuan ba issue kaning kakuwangan sa nato sa dakbayan sa Sugbo sa MRF and kaning proliferation sa pagkatagid kayo sa single use of plastic. Will this be one of your priorities?
Yes, it will be. Kana mong problema ng MRF, I think the law provides no that every barangay must have an MRF. Kaso lang, when you are in a city like Cebu, which is densely populated, and all the areas are used for either commercial or residential, gamay na lang kayong area ni mo magamit for MRF.
Yeah.
Di ba? So if you notice, the MRFs are no more located in the heart of the city of Cebu. Out of the 80 barangays, gamay lang kay na MRF diri. Pero na yung mga MRF to us bukid.
Mga bukid.
Kay dako mga isang area dito where they can really use the MRF and segregate, di ba? So that is really the problem here. It's the space. And as to your question on single-use plastics, kay mao maginay pinakagrabe sad nga maka-cause yun no sa kaning atong pagkalat yun sa basura. Usa ko sa I remember during the time in 2016 or 17, I was still city councilor. I proposed an ordinance nga banning plastics every day. Kay karon I think it's twice a week.
Yes.
Every day. Pero wa to makapasar lagi kay tungod gawas nga minority mi adto. I think some of the councilors felt nga it was too abrupt, no?
Okay.
But now there is really a necessity already to at least increase the number of days so that and really strictly enforce and implement it. So para nako it's a matter of implementation sa yun, which is the key. Muna ang importante kani atong mga set, atong mga loaders, atong all of this. So I am one with the Councilor Zafra in this aspect.
Unsay update, sir, atong waste to energy nga tukuron sa New Sky?
Well, namagoy nakabutang manggod sa among joint venture agreement nga mangita sila og yuta within the city of Cebu to build up their facility, to waste to energy facility. And then it took them a long time kay mula gina dili sayon makakita og maybe 4 to 5 hectares within the city of Cebu, not unless mo adto kagyud sa bukid. Inikabot mo gud nimo sa bukid pod kung gawas nga layo, hago kayo sa imong truck.
Yes.
Di ba? Kaya subida man. So I think they were able to find now a property nga suitable, nga dili gyud kayo bukid siya pero dili kay layo, unya which is ideal sa pagbutang sa mao nga facility. And we gave them actually an extension because we understood their predicament. So I think if I'm not mistaken, murag next year pa ang ilang deadline to finish. Not to finish the entire project, but na ma-finalize na yun ang ilang location sa ilang planta.
Mayor, hapit na nanay mga timailhan sa kanabang pag-onset sa rainy season. So murag makalingkawas na ta eventually unya sa kainit sa panahon. But after El Nino, naasay naghulga nga La Nina. And Cebu City is not spared sa posibleng pagbaha.
Mugin na akong meeting kanina, si General Mel Feliciano, who is the head of the Gubat sa Baha. And then he was able to make a very good presentation. Unya, I was very happy and I commended him. Daghan na di siya kay siyang nabuhat. in a span of less than a month, no? So, daghan na kayo siya, na-educate niya, na siya yung mga seminars and all, and then they have already talked to the business owners about the 3-meter easement, etc. So, pag humanad do, he was able to present, I had one marching order. And ko remember that kaning La Nina mubawas yun sa El Nino. And the La Nina will happen during my watch.
Yes.
Okay, 1 month from now, tingali, musugod na.
Magsugod na.
So everything will be on my shoulders again. So I gave him one marching order nga, please submit to me your short-term plan to improve or para nato nga ang plano nga malikayan nato ug unsay mga untoward incidents sa La Nina. No, so I told him nga katong mga frequently flooded areas ug unsay atong mga ang atong mga interventions kay para ma-lessen. Unya, I even told him nga tanawa ko ang possibility of building gabion dams in the mountain, no? Kay para ang flow of tubig gikan sa kabukiran, ang pagdagayday dire dili bulto, ginagmay because our drainage system can only accommodate so much. Our drainage system matay 1960s, 1970s. Ya karon sa nagutaron 2024, can you imagine the urbanization that has happened already here in the city of Cebu? Ang atong drainage is the same. So di gina maka-accommodate sa pipila ka litro nga tubig nga naugikan sa kahitasan. So mo na nga I told him, aside from declogging, aside from desilting, make sure that we can have short-term solutions like building of gabion dams. Kanang gabion dams mo gud, di mo guna i-concrete nimo, pwede na bato-bato ipurma nimo sa bukid kay para mo impound sa tubig, nya mo hinay na nagnaog diri dagay-day diri sa syudad. So it will help a lot, no.
Sir,
so, usa na sa mga marching orders nako, and he will submit the plan by next week.
Okay. Last question nako. Unsay marka or tatak Raymond Garcia nga gusto nimong mahinumduman sa mga Sugboanon sa unom ka buwan nimo as acting mayor?
Well, I want to be seen as a doer.
Okay.
I want to be seen as a person nga murag may to si Raymond Garcia kay action agad, tatak Garcia. No? Precisely because ang mga kaigsuonan nato nga Sugboanon, ikapoy na mugod ni sila ng magsigilang og saad, for example, or magsigilang istorya. Gusto na gid sila makakita og action. And that is why immediately on my first week, I really showed action, no? Like the payment of salaries, for example, no? Mga 10 months wa bayri atong nabayran in 1 week. And a lot of things that has to do with efficiency and effectiveness, and that's why akong gi-shorten sa ang flag raising so that they can go to their offices and be more efficient and effective there. So gusto ko action agad, and I want to be known in my 6 months as somebody who made a difference because na-aksyonan dayon niya ang tanan mga problema sa syudad sa Subo. Not entirely nga masulbad yung tanan, but at least nasugdan.
Okay. Mayor, imuhang mensahe para sa mga Sugboanon.
Well, I just want to assure the Cebuanos na ang atong operations diri sa City Hall magpadayon, wala ni balda, atong na-arrest dayon ang mga problema sa pag-vacuum, no, pagpawa sa atong mga city officials because of the suspension. And I just hope that mag-manage sa tas atong expectations ha, kay unom ra ko kabuwan diri, and I'm not expected to solve all the problems, but this I can assure you is I will start. And I'm hoping that kaning akong masugdan nga mga programa, mga polisiya, mapadayon ni kay para ang atong direction will be a direction that will be beneficial to all the Cebuanos here in the city of Cebu and the entire province, being a part of the One Island Cebu province.
Acting Mayor Raymond Alvin Garcia, daghan kayong salamat.
Daghang salamat. Sa uulitin.
Yeah. Hindi na sa uulitin, kaya naman kay programang imo.
Correct.
Anha na sila maminaw nimo sa imuhang programa.
Correct.
Daghan kayong salamat
Thank
once
you,
again.
Kaya. Thank you.
Acting
Thank you very
Mayor
much.
Raymond Alvin Garcia. Thank you kayo, mga Sugboanon. Mayong hapon atong nakauban ang atong Acting Mayor, Cebu City Acting Mayor Raymond Alvin Garcia. Mayong hapon, mga kasugbo.
I will order the immediate suspension procurement activities for palaro pambansa lang.
It should be our policy as a city government to reward excellence. And if we cannot reward excellence, we should at least acknowledge excellence. Because we always have to give credit where credit is due. Ipadayon ang inyong mga maayong mga binuhatan. Make Cebu proud. Make your government proud. Make your acting mayor proud. Make your elected mayor proud. Make your sangguniang panglungsod proud of what you will accomplish in this coming week.
So ako, I am still very optimistic na mahuman na yun og ang land yun mahuman. So now I'm directing the city administrator within 3 days by Wednesday to give me already all documents relating to the permits of excavation permits of all the contractors of MCWD doing excavation in the city of Cebu. And to give it to me within 3 days. And then if everything is in order, I will sign them.
I only have one marching order under my watch. We need to increase police visibility.
And so, I am therefore calling upon everyone, department heads, assistant department heads, section heads, heads of offices, all employees of city government to join hands and work together for a smooth transition so that things can quickly get back to normal.